Hello again, everybody. I'm Zero Kayaks, and welcome back to Trails of Cold Steel. When we last left off, we're in the middle of a boss battle. 3 areas can be targeted in Divine Knight battles: the head, the body, and the arms. Each part has a separate unbalanced efficiency value, with more stars indicating a higher chance to unbalance an enemy. Unbalancing allows you to execute a follow-up attack, which will gain you a bravery point. Once 3 bravery points have been accumulated, you can use a powerful rush attack. Which of the 3 areas is the enemy's weak point varies depending on its stance. So it has a very rock, paper, scissors feel to it. So for this particular stance on this boss, what we're going to want to do is attack the head.
Time! Let's go! Shit! Shit! Now! Time!
It's working! Keep it up!
Alright, so when it changes that stance, you're going to want to use, you want to hit it in the arms.
Now! Time! Shit! Now! Destructive impact!
That's it! Just a little more!
Time! Let's go! Time!
Yeah, overall, not a hard battle.
He did it!
Thank goodness! I think he's used up every last bit of the mana he recovered.
That was a close one.
You didn't have a weapon, and yet you still came out on top, Reen. Not half bad. Not that it means you're ready to take on the Azure Awakener. That's a ways away.
Yeah, I'll bet.
Combat efficiency demonstrated a 5% increase over the previous battle. I look forward to observing further improvement in the future.
Sure. I hope I don't let you down. I barely know a thing about you. But even then, it's clear as day that you're far more reliable than I'll ever be. Well, it doesn't matter how it happened. The fact is, we're now fighting alongside one another as both allies and friends. So don't worry. I'll do everything I can to become strong enough to draw out your full power. Strong enough to even win against Crow.
I shall await that day.
Reen!
Hey there. You did great, champ.
Thanks. You didn't get hurt at all, did you, Elise?
I'm fine. I'm more concerned about you. Are you feeling all right?
I'm a little tired, but that's all. I probably wouldn't have gotten off so easily if things were anywhere close to being like last time, honestly.
As I've said once before, all damage taken by a Divine Knight is passed on to its Awakener. So take that as extra motivation to continue getting better at piloting him.
Oh yeah, you did say that, didn't you? Well, I'd have to improve my piloting skills to get things done anyway. I've got every intention of getting better.
You're sounding a lot more sure of yourself now.
Does that mean you're feeling better?
Yeah, never better. If I want to reunite with the others, I need to keep moving forward. Sorry. I've got a feeling I'm just gonna be causing you a lot more grief in the future.
Oh, don't you worry about that. I'm plenty used to it. And besides, I'd like nothing more than for you to be reunited with your classmates.
Thanks, Elise.
You can be such a troublemaker.
Sounds like things are all wrapped up here.
I wouldn't be so sure about that.
That can't be.
Oh, not now. Rianos!
It's the bird I saw in the Capitol.
Hello there, darling. Miss me? It's so lovely to see you again, Reen.
Is that bird talking?
After Celine, a bird shouldn't be any more surprising, but still. You've got some nerve showing yourself, Vita. Although not enough nerve to show up in person, apparently. So what does Ouroboros' oh-so-amazing second Anguis, the Azure Abyss herself, want with us?
What's an Anguis?
One of Ouroboros' top brass.
Vita Clotilde.
It's nice to see you again too, Celine. And while I know of them, I can't say I recall ever being formally introduced to Reen's adorable sister or that handsome bracer with you. I'm sorry that our first meeting had to be through my familiar.
Misty. No. I suppose I should call you Vita now. How did you know we were here?
We've been trying to find the whereabouts of the Ashen Knight for quite a while, you see. We've been searching for the past month since the Civil War began without any luck. But then we sensed an active magic knight in this area, and that was what finally led us to you.
I wasn't expecting our location to be discovered this quickly.
I got to see your battle with Crow too, incidentally. For it being the first time you've ever piloted a knight, you did rather well. If we're being objective, though, it was more akin to a tiger swatting away at a cub.
What are Crow and that Azure Knight doing now anyway? And what happened to everyone at the Academy?
I'm sure they're fine, Reen.
Crow's been keeping himself very, very busy. The Noble Alliance forces see him as their little joker. They call him the Azure Chevalier now. I'm afraid I don't know anything about your classmates, though. Emma's in hiding now, too. Still, if you want to know that badly...
That didn't sound good.
That sounded like gunfire.
Uh-oh. I wasn't expecting them to arrive so soon. It sounds like the Jaegers hired by Duke Alborea are here. I'm guessing it's only a matter of time now before Princess Alphen is taken into their custody.
Jaegers? In Ymir?
Her Highness?
Damn it.
I can assure you that I have nothing to do with what's happening over there. I think you're going to want to hurry, though. Perhaps if you run fast enough, you might be able to get back in time.
How dare she act like this is all some game?
Let it go, Celine. We've got to hurry.
Yeah, Her Highness and the rest of Ymir are in real danger if we don't get moving.
Right.
Make sure there's no chests in this area, which I don't think there are. Wrong way. Feel free to fight more battles on your way back to town.
I wonder which Jaeger Corps we're dealing with here.
I really hope everyone's all right.
Let's just hurry. Bring it on!
Right!
Ready to go. Arcus, activate!
Here I go.
Here you go! Ready to go! Sorry, that's it for you.
Every little improvement. I can hear more.
Why does this have to be happening?
They might just be warning shots. Try and stay calm.
Are we going to make it in time? Oh, heavens!
Your Highness, please hurry back inside the mansion and hide. Whatever may come to pass, we won't allow them to touch you.
But...
There you are. We are the Northern Jaegers, and we've entered a contract with the Kreutzen province. By the order of its lord, Duke Alberea, we are here to take you into protective custody, Your Highness.
No. Auntie Lucia?
Out of the way, woman.
I ask you to leave this village at once. The Schwarzer family has historical connections with the Imperial family. So as long as I live, you will not lay a hand on Her Highness.
You got guts, if nothing else. But I'm not going to repeat myself again. Our orders are that the lives of all other than Princess Alphen are of no consequence. Am I making myself clear?
But please don't!
Don't you dare lay a hand on them! Who are you?
Uncle Teo!
Darling,
I am the Baron of Ymir, Teo Schwarzer, and I will serve as your opponent. Begin!
Not all talk, I see.
The art of swordsmanship has been passed down in the Schwarzer family for generations.
I couldn't hope to compare to Master Kafai or Lord Arsaid, but I dedicate myself to honing my skills all the same.
Clearly you're not the type of noble who sits idly by and hires men to fight his battles for him.
But I wonder how much use your sword will have if we try this.
I'm sorry, Mr. Baron.
You cowards! Have you no shame?
All that matters to we Jaegers is fulfilling our contract by any means necessary. Fail to cooperate, and you know what happens next.
It sounded like a machine gun.
There's fire everywhere.
Damn it. Looks like we're up against some pretty high-ranking Jaegers here.
Your Highness! Father? No!
The hell?
Rean!
What the? How? Yeah!
Rean?
Whoa. He's a monster.
Rean! Rean, don't lose yourself to anger. That will only lead to a repeat of what happened 8 years ago.
Elise. He's still breathing. Your father's alive, Rean. Hang in there. I'll do first aid right away.
Lady Schwarzer is just fine too. She was knocked unconscious, but I don't see any injuries. She's okay. Auntie Lucia, stay with us. Oh, thank goodness. Are you back to normal? Rean, speak to me. Are you all right?
Sorry, Elise. I lost control of myself again.
It's all right. It's all right. You came back to me in the end, and that's all that matters.
Elise, I'm sorry. I really am.
Auntie Lucia! Are you all right, Auntie Lucia?
Your Highness, you're unharmed.
Yes, I'm fine. And it's all because of you and your family. I can't even begin to thank you enough.
Your Highness, there's no need to cry. You have the face of an angel. Please don't spoil it with tears.
Well, I'm glad she's in no mortal danger. Toval, what about Father?
I've given him some first aid, but he was injured pretty severely. We should get him to somewhere he can receive proper treatment as soon as possible.
No.
Dad!
Honestly, some people have no patience.
Vita, you...
What do you want with us this time?
I had some concerns about how things were over here, so I decided to come and have a look. Duke Alberea's really gone and done it this time. It's obvious that he really wants to get ahead of Duke Cayenne, but this isn't the most prudent way to do it.
You act like he's not one of your allies.
Now, there's no need to take your anger out on me. I can't undo what's already happened, but if it will help, I can at least clear up his mess for you.
What?
It's time to sleep, my children. Fall into a loving oblivion, cradled in your merciful mother's arms.
A lullaby?
No. This is.
You will descend the mountain as you are, and you will report to Duke Alberea that you found nothing out of the ordinary.
Yes, Mother.
We will.
Oh my!
Unbelievable. So this is what you witches are capable of, is it?
It's the least I could do after all the trouble you've been through. Duke Alberea is unlikely to doubt what they tell him, so this village shouldn't be targeted again for a while. Although, I'm guessing a gesture like this pales in comparison to what I would have to do to earn your forgiveness.
Misty, are you?
Don't be taken in by her sweet talk! She doesn't do things like this out of kindness!
She doesn't.
Targets in sight.
That's not Millium.
What?
Looks like Millium.
Elise! Your Highness!
Shit! Was she here the whole time?
Now that was silly of you, wasn't it? You should never take your eyes off the princess you're meant to be protecting. As far as knights go, I'm afraid you failed spectacularly in nearly every regard.
Please, let me go! Targets apprehended successfully. Targets identified as Objective 1 and Objective 2. Mission complete.
Who are you? And what do you want? And why does that thing you're on look just like Eric Getlum?
It really does. I take it you being with her means you're an enforcer or something?
I don't comprehend your question.
She's not with Ouroboros, actually. She's a behind-the-scenes helper of sorts who was donated to the Noble Alliance by an anonymous benefactor. Think of her as yet another ally of the Alliances, much like ourselves, Zephyr, and the Imperial Liberation Front.
Couldn't ask for a more terrifying lineup right there.
If you like, you can think of me as the Wicked Witch, while she's the Black Rabbit guiding my steps with every adorable hop.
Stop messing around! Lady Clotilde, please give the order to retreat. There is no need to remain here any longer.
Yes, I suppose you're right. Let's be going.
Elise! Your Highness! Stop! Stop! Bring them back!
Our story is well underway. There will be many obstacles waiting for you. But struggle on and overcome them. And I'm sure that, eventually, you'll reach the stage where the Azure Chevalier awaits. Don't let me down, Reen Schwarzer.
I won't let it end this way! Hang in there, you two! I'm coming for you! I promise!
Noble Alliance Forces flagship, aerial battleship, Pentagon.
Has something wondrous caught your eye?
Well, if it isn't Duke Cayenne and the Azure Chevalier.
Marvelous, isn't it, Rufus? Does it not bring you joy to look down upon our land from such great heights? Especially when one considers our victory in the war that rages on it all but in our grasp.
I'm afraid I have far too much on my mind at the moment to take in such pleasures. But the war is, indeed, raging on, just as you say. And with every day that passes, I worry more for the people of my father's province caught up in it.
So young, and yet you've already adopted such a delightful perspective. It's clear to me now why your father holds you in such high esteem. Had I a son like you, then I too would take notice of the achievements you've curried in the war thus far.
You flatter me, sir. Green though I may be, I intend to do all in my power to carry out your will as Supreme Commander of the Noble Alliance.
Please! I am Supreme Commander, yes, but I wouldn't permit merely anyone to take the position of Chief of Staff. Rest assured, you have earned my favor. We are both equally burdened to guide this conflict to a swift conclusion, all for the good of the common people who suffer from it. If only they understood the lengths we go to for them. And on that note, I assume you've already decided on how we will be proceeding?
At present, 60% of the nation is under our control. But on the other hand, the Imperial Army still has a full 50% of its military might remaining. The key to our victory lies in deciding how best to divide the remaining armored divisions between the East and West.
Excellent. Our Alliance forces have you, as well as the Panzer Soldats. We have General Aurelia and Brigadier General Wallace, two of the finest soldiers the provincial armies have ever seen. To say nothing of the Azure Diva and the countless other allies lending us their aid. Our victory is only a matter of time. Wouldn't you agree, Crow?
I wouldn't get too comfortable if I were you.
Crow Armbrust.
Just so we're on the same page here, Divine Knights aren't omnipotent or anything. Ordine isn't going to be wiping fortresses like Corellia off the map in an instant the way Crossbell's Ion did. They're not that mind-bogglingly powerful, sorry to say.
Come now, Crow. You're so modest. Well, no matter. We needn't concern ourselves with Crossbell for the present. Gileath Osborne has fallen. No longer will we be plagued by that detestable man and his foolish ideals. However, his loathsome legacy still lives on. And this great nation has been filled with undesirable pollutants as a result of him and his followers. Our primary task shall be to wash away the filth and restore Erebonia to its rightful, glorious form, a land ruled by nobles.
As you wish.
I nearly forgot. Regarding the other Chevalier, I'm in the midst of pondering if there is a way to get him to join us. And being that you're such a close friend of his, your assistance may be required at some point. Give it some thought, won't you?
Understood.
You don't think it'll be quite as easy as our friend the Duke does, do you? I can see it written all over your face.
Afraid not. The army isn't the only thing we need to worry about. Not with the RMP and the intelligence division at large. Then there's the fact we couldn't catch the Crimson Wings. Whatever other potential threats piling up on the side. Plus, you know, your brother's out there too. It's way too early to be getting cocky.
My brother is no less a son of the House of Alberea. I'm expecting him to show me the best he can muster. And I don't doubt he'll come at me with everything he's got. But ultimately... unforeseen circumstances are exactly the reason we carry only the finest insurance. Are they not, dear ladies and gentlemen?
And with that, I'm going to call the episode here. When we return, we'll continue on with the cutscene.